My name is Shannon Jones. I'm the co-founder of Bronxites for NYPD Accountability. We are known in the streets as Y Accountability. We were born after the chokehold murder of Eric Garner. Anytime I'm invited to speak somewhere, I always introduce that piece of information because it's important that a Black liberation organization rose up out of police terror. Since 2014, we've been going hard in the streets, mainly operated by 2 Black women, and we are focused on the liberation of Black people. So with that said, these are the exact type of environments I try to avoid. Right? I avoid these environments. Why do I avoid these environments? Why do you think I avoid these environments? That was a question. Why do you think I avoid these environments? Why?
To institutionalize?
Yes. Anything else? Yes. Anything else?
They're inside and safe.
Yes. Perfect. Perfect. Right? They tend to promote anti-Blackness.
Yeah.
Look around. Where the Black people? Where the Black people? Right? People generally come to these spaces so they can regurgitate what they learn without being confronted with the burden of Black people.
Yes.
Right? I could sound smart. Got an A in that class. Right? We talk about socialism, anarchism. We can say, burn it down, burn it down. White people can go, fuck white people, fuck me. But, will you say that shit on Brooklyn 141st? Will you say that shit on Pickett and Rockaway? Okay? Will you say that shit on East 16th and Church Avenue? Okay? Will you say it in my hood on the 9? Webster Avenue? Will you stand in the middle of the street and go, fuck me? Right? I had posed that question at the demonstration for Stephon Clark. Y'all can talk all the shit you want, but I have yet to see a white person sign over the deed to their home. I have yet to see a white person give me their bank information so I could clean that motherfucker out. I have yet to see that. Yet to see that. So this is the reason I avoid these spaces. Because my time is precious. The Queen's time is precious. I don't have time to be playing with y'all. Right? Because all that, we just playing. We've been blessed by the ancestors for a beautiful day. Nobody said grab a chair. We taking this shit on University Place. But then you have to confront people that don't know what the fuck you talking about. Which is the hardest work that many of us do not want to do. Right? It's just a perpetual soiree of sorts. I get my pig in a blanket. I see bread out there. I had a banana and some water. I know white people brought the food for this. Because there wasn't shit African about what's out there. This is why I avoid these spaces. Because I know there ain't gonna be no food. Right? Where are the manifestations of capitalism out there? Where are they? Where's my fried chicken? What's wrong with y'all? But I said all that to say so you guys could get a picture of what you deserve in a lot of ways. Because it's what you deserve, right? A lot of folks in the Asian community here. A lot of anti-Blackness with that too. Ooh, and apple. Right? A lot of anti-Blackness with that. Asian community has found a commodity in promoting Black Lives Matter-y stuff. But y'all people still continue to whoop our ass in the nail salon. What's up? What's up? Since we're talking about decolonization, right? Because we're decolonizing everything, right? Education, the land, our freedoms to exist, right? We're decolonizing our own bullshit.
Talk about it.
That's the work that needs to be done. Not a fake ass letter from some Asian nonprofit group, right? Because we still have some problems that require decolonization. So this is why I avoid these spaces. Does that make sense to the black people in the room?
Yes.
Black queens in the room, conserve your energy. We don't hold the mirror up to Massa. He's well aware of the shit he do. There's not enough of these soirees we can have where the light bulb will come on. People in this room are benefiting from gentrification.
Talk about it.
Right here in this room that got an A in the comparative politics class. You're benefiting from gentrification. You're not leaving Williamsburg. You're not leaving Greenpoint. You're not leaving Bushwick and saying, fuck it, I'm going back to Iowa because all I saw was a, Facebook sponsored post and I thought it was cool to come out here, but I'm a gentrifier. Let me get the fuck out of here.
Right.
Ain't nobody doing that. Y'all do y'all fake wokeness. Come to these soirees with cut up bananas and bread and water. Again, no Africans providing the food. And talk y'all shit. But go back to Bushwick Avenue. Go back to Marcy Avenue.
Talk about it.
Right? So we have to mean what we say and say what we mean.
Hello.
Some of y'all right here in this room gotta go the fuck back home. Go back where you came from. You feel me? But with all that said, I'm gonna stay on point. So a few months back, at the Whitney demonstration, we did the Liberated Train. Y'all remember that? Who saw footage of the Liberated Train? White people, y'all ain't see footage of the Liberated Train? What are y'all doing? You didn't see that? Right? So the Liberated Train had a whole bunch of gangster-ass black people.
Yes.
Because that's all who'll be willing to be doing the hard work now. Right? Since we're talking about decolonization, how to decolonize that anti-blackness, the muling of black and brown people to do dirty work.
Right.
While white people just finance. They'll give you 100, but give the nonprofit 1,000 under the table. Now I understand when I was a young teen working, and they said never talk about religion and politics at work. That's the reason why. So it wouldn't unearth the bullshit. But at any rate, on that Liberated Train, we took charge of connecting the dots. So I'm gonna connect a little bit more dots for you guys. So the whole thing about Kanders and his connections to Safari Land prompted me to do a little bit more digging about that. And other things that I found out about Safari Land is that they participate in like this new kind of term, like end-to-end oppression, right? I invent oxycodone and then I also build substance abuse centers. So I'm getting money in the front door and all the way through the back, right? So Safari Land also have field drug test kits that you use when you do car stops to test substances they claim they find for illicit drugs or illegal drugs, or white people like call it, plants illegal. But come to find out, these test kits that only cost about $2 each give false positives about 60% of the time. So a university did some testing, and come to find out, oregano tests positive for marijuana in these kits. Sugar tests positive in these kits. If you open the kit the wrong way, it'll test positive for methadone. If you put coffee in the kit, it'll test positive for methadone. If you just put air into the kit, it'll test positive. It's unbelievable. But who cares? Because once it tests positive, you go into jail. Now you're in the system. Now you're doxxed. Now you're counted. Now you're destroyed, whether that be your home, your job, custody of your children, fill in the blank, right? So that's end-to-end oppression. White supremacy is attacking every which way they can. Every which way. White people, if y'all want something to do, press Governor Cuomo to stop using Safari Land field drug test kits. That's your homework assignment. In about a week, I expect to see the campaign on the internet. See, I gave y'all a free campaign. I ain't even charging for that. Giving y'all something to run with. Because y'all got the resources to charter buses and shit. Don't take the easy road and use his office down here. Take y'all resources and charter buses up to Albany, right? You're gonna press the superintendent of parole that put the memo out about Safari Land field drug test kits and press the state of New York to stop using them. They've been the subject of lawsuits in Georgia, California, Maryland, Vegas. New York, do your job. So in about 6 months, I want to see Cuomo say, we're no longer using Safari Land NIC kits for field testing. Y'all got that homework?
Yeah. Yep.
If I don't see it online in about a week, it affirms why I avoid these spaces. Right? And I'm not talking about none of my comrades. That ain't for none of y'all. Don't do it. That's not for none of y'all that know me. That's not for y'all. That's for y'all that never seen me before. Y'all better have a little caucus on the side and say, how we gonna do this Y accountability campaign of pressing Cuomo to get rid of Safari Land field drug test kits. Press them hard too. Y'all get resources. Use those resources. Don't buy bananas to cut up. Okay? That's your homework. So that's my contribution for today, because I got to give y'all a little wake-up call here in the safe space. Next time, take the chairs outside. Beautiful day. Y'all should be right on University and 14th. Doing this out there. You can fold this up, right? You can do that. Take this outside. No reason why we inside. Okay? And to my lovely, lovely black queens, don't let anyone mule you. Don't let anyone mule you. And I deliberately spoke softly this time. That was deliberate. Because when you want loud, you call black women. Right? When you want loud, you call a black woman. When you want smart, you don't call black women. I even had to say DTP. Where's the black organization up there? Right? I had to say that. You're not doing good work if you don't have a black liberation organization on your bill. And if you don't know one, you're full of shit. Your whole activism is fake. If you don't have a Pan-African, black liberation, black-headed, black female-headed, black male-headed, black family-headed, right? Organization on your bill. And you put these things together. Right? But then that tugs on our self-awareness. Why weren't they my first thought instead of my last thought? Because you're not legitimate if you don't have enough black people. That's the bottom line. So next year, this thing will be happening on Pitkin and Rockaway. Am I right? Yeah. Is this happening on Pitkin and Rockaway? Yeah. Are y'all prepared for that? Because you're going to be competing with Burger King. You're going to be, no, we're talking about decolonization, right? Yeah. You're in here. You ain't competing with no capitalists in here. Are you ready to compete with Burger King, Popeyes, Foot Locker, the nail shop? You ready to compete with that? Can your politics stand up to capitalism in real time? If you set up 50 chairs in the middle of Pitkin and Rockaway and prepare to get your ass kicked by SRG, test your politics. Test it. Right? Don't be too cute for that now. Y'all not that cute. Right? So that's my contribution for this afternoon. Make these spaces worthwhile to show up to, and check your mess. Because decolonization, we got up until about the 3rd, 4th week in November to have these type of events outdoors, right? Because black people, brown people, we are scarce in space. So we have to best utilize our public space. So here goes the announcement portion of my contribution. Blacks, should you want to march in my thug contingent in the African American Day Parade next Sunday, please see me to march with us. We are raising the name of Ramsey Orta on Sunday. Okay? Whites and Asians, should you choose to support our efforts which help us to defray costs of t-shirts, flags, and banners, we have a GoFundMe for why accountability. I should see some change racking up after I leave here too. That's your homework. So I don't have to come out and speak and don't see no change. That's why I avoid these spaces, right? Because I could be spending time with friends, family, loved ones, kicking off that revolution in other ways, instead of confining myself to anti-black spaces and then can't even get $1. All right, so we gotta do better. When we know better, we do better. How many of y'all are mad right now after what I said?
I'm mad with you.
Good, a few people good. That means I did a great job. If I didn't make you mad, I didn't do my job. That's my job. I'm not here to make any white people happy at all.
Talk about it.
My job is to make you mad, very mad. Mad enough to open your pocketbook. Okay, so thank you for that. We are marching African American Day Parade. See me on the side for the block line information. Please go to the resource table. Why accountability are the principal architects, or swipe it forward. White people love that one. We also are contributors to Stop the Raids. We are supporting about 14 men that were captured by the NYPD, DEA, Homeland Security back in 2016 when Nitro Public Housing was raided. That was a new gentrification tactic to ethnic cleanse public housing, okay? So we do court support, we provide financial support to family members. We also provide commissary funds to persons that are in cages as we speak. So there's a lot of work that's happening, and it's happening in the street. So I give it about 15, 20 minutes, I'm gonna start checking my phone. That GoFundMe should be real, real lit. Or the next DTP event will be a profanity-laced rant, all right? So I thank you guys for giving me that time to say stuff, and that's it. Thank you very much.